Mordecai, 10 play point 77. Fanfare. Necromancy 6. Evolve this follower. Evolve this follower if it was summoned using Reanimate. He evolves into a 7/7 with summon an unevolved Mordecai Eternal Duelist. His last words. Okay. Looking at him without Reanimate, he's awful. He's pretty awful without Reanimate. Without Reanimate, he's just a 7/7. We spent 6 necromancy to give him Rush. And he kind of he sticks to the board, which is nice, right? Like, they kill him, he has another 7/7. It's good. It's all good. But if we're talking about Shadowverse, 10 playpoint cards do more than that. 10 playpoint cards slam you with like 7 damage storm. And you clear your board and put a body there. They like make indestructible things that can't be removed. It's like just not comparable to what other classes are doing on 10 play points. But he does reanimate. Like if you reanimate him, he does get to evolve immediately, which is good. Which helps your curve a lot in a reanimate deck. So you burial right him early. Earliest you can get him is with a Sarwin on turn 7. You Sarwin and you pick the reanimate card, the reanimate potion, and then on turn 7 you can reanimate him, and you'll get a 7/7 with Rush. If he dies, you just get a 7/7. It's good. And then, like, if you have an evolve still, you can evolve this Mordecai if he sticks around, and then he has to be killed again. So he's the only issue, like, he doesn't stick around like other Mordecai. Other Mordecai is just better because he never dies. This one does die on his unevolved side. So the duels do end. And yeah, you can do So Death Replay. If you have 2 of them, you get 2 Mordecais. But it's not Zeus, right? Zeus is like, you win the game because he has Storm. This is, you can clear the thing, you put a big body on the board. I don't, like, he's not like a super good win con compared to what other classes are kind of doing. He is good against Haven, oddly enough, Tenko Shrine Haven, because he can soak up 1,000,000 hits from Tenko Shrine. Of course, Haven has Banish, and if they have Banish in that situation, he's bad, but if you don't have Banish, he's really good. So it's like, yeah, he doesn't really win where you want him to win. So it's not very reliable as a win con. If you still had Zeus in the rotation, the reanimate deck would be much better because you'd have 2 targets. The only issue is that this Mordecai fights with the same spot as Zeus. It'd be really annoying to run both of them. Just more targets. Give him a 7. Unlimited, you have regular Mordecai. I don't know why you wouldn't play this one over. You play that one instead. Take 2. It's hard to get this guy to work off a reanimate because like the reanimate cards are all legendary and gold, so you're not really reanimating him. This is a 10 drop that has evolve, which is fine. I was like a 6 in take 2. I don't know. 10 play point 7/7. It's fine. Let's lose this to Storm. If he had Ward, he'd be really good. He wouldn't be really good. He'd be good enough. I don't think. Like, he's just lacking in keywords. They give all the other classes keywords. This guy doesn't get any. He's just a dumb body. Old Serwin does not count as reanimate. She just brings back a thing. She does not reanimate it. Fairy, Spirit Maiden, 2 play point 2/2, with Pretty crazy ability. So Fanfare, if it's your 10th turn or later, perform barrel rate 2 times. If perform barrel rate 2 times, give all other allied followers the ability to attack 3 times until the end of turn. And to perform barrel rate 2 times, there must be at least 2 open spaces in your area after this follower comes into play. So until your 10th turn, she is a fighter with no other ability. I'm pretty sure they could have gave her another ability. I don't know why they didn't. She does nothing. She's a fighter, which is fine for Shadow, because Shadow just likes 2/2s because they reanimate early game cards with like Skull Ring. Having a 2/2 is fine. So this is how you win the game with her. On turn 10, you have to have Arcris. You have to play Arcris earlier. You play a 2-drop, makes 2 ghosts. Then you play Fairy. Those 2 ghosts can now attack 3 times, and you make 2 more ghosts that can't attack 3 times, but they attack normally. Then you play Katha. Katha will give all of your ghosts, previous ghosts, +1/+1. In 1 random ghost, a extra attack. If the extra attack lands on the ghost that can attack 3 times, you do exactly 20 damage with your board. If it lands on a ghost that can only attack 1 time, it does 18. So it's pretty much an OTK. If you have any 2-drop, Fairy, any other 2 cards, any other 2 followers in your hand, and a Katha. If you have Ephemeria, it's not the same. Well, if you have Ephemeria on the board instead of Badby, it's awkward because you can't get the ghosts. I mean, you could play Katha after it, but it's 1 less damage than 2 less damage than Badby. Ephemeria. So you do 16 damage every time. So Katha is better than Ephemeria. Yeah. This is interesting card. Yeah, it has some like where you want to build your deck around that for action. So she's the finisher card that you want with your Arcus. Oh yeah, Ephemeria works because every time you attack with one of the ghosts, you'll get the bonus again. I forgot about that. So yeah, it'd be 2, then 3, then 4. So each of those ghosts will be doing 9, and then so it's 18, and then the other ghosts will be doing 2 each. Yeah. No. Well, the issue is how if you're gonna play this 10 and it's 10/10. It's much easier to have the combo in hand than have to assemble the combo and wait the next turn, right? If your plan is to play a 7/7 and hope he survives next turn, like he doesn't get banished or doesn't like get removed by a White Fang or whatever, right? The combo piece that works way better than just having a stupid 7/7 is Plague City. So Plague City will protect you. Sorry. Talking about, I didn't really want to talk about this until later, but I'm getting into it. Plague City is a 7 playpoint amulet. Countdown 2, transform all followers into play. The zombies. Whenever a follower, excluding zombie, comes into play, transform into a zombie. So you play Plague City, and then your opponent's followers are just zombies. Hopefully your life isn't really low. They just die to zombies, but they can't use Storm anymore. They can't use Ward anymore. So they're just playing zombies. And then when this gets removed at the beginning of your turn, you have access to playing your cards, and then you do your ghost combo and kill them. So this just buys you time and protects you from war, like protects your combo from ward and protects your combo from it protects you from just dying to storm. And it doesn't work with Mordecai because Mordecai will just turn into a zombie. I generally just would rather run this card. So rating. Fairy is very awkward. I think if this didn't have the clause of 10th turn, this clause makes sense. Maybe if it was like 9th turn, it'd be much better. Because surviving until then really relies on certain, like a lot of things happen. I'm gonna give her an 8. I don't think it's like turn 10 is like almost very rare. It's gonna happen in Unlimited. Give her a 4. Take 2 could win you the game, and just a fighter, but it's also a legendary fighter. Makes your legendary slot. I'm gonna give her a 7. I want to make a video on the new Arcus deck later, and hopefully I can explain Plague City as a combo piece better. Plague City, 7 play point, countdown 2, amulet. Transform all followers into zombies. Whenever a follower enters, excluding zombies, comes into play, transforms into a zombie. It has weird interactions that I don't know yet, like with Arcus, what happens in which order. Like, you play a follower, does it die and then make ghosts, and the ghost turns into zombies? I'm not sure how it works. Or maybe they just like get played and just turn to a zombie immediately and don't even die. I don't know. Leader effects always go last. Okay. So if it always go last and you won't get any ghosts, all of your cards will just turn to zombies. Unless the zombie still dies for some reason. Yeah. I assume it just becomes zombie then. If leader effects are always last. So whatever. You're just like, what you want to be doing right now is just drawing cards and assembling your combo until you your amulet dies, and hopefully you have turn 10 and then you kill them. No, it's unplayable unless you have an OTK, right? It's like when you play Dark Alice and you play a test of strength. Even though it affects you, like you can't attack them because they have ward, it will be removed and you'll be the first one to do something, right? When test of strength goes away, you can attack face with your Dark Alice or whatever storm you have, because you're the one who played the amulet. The same thing with Plague City. You could run both. I don't think you have a lot of room for that because it's a very combo-oriented deck. Odile doesn't work because Odile will get transformed into a zombie. You don't really care about clearing the zombies. You just hope that they don't have lethal, which is awkward, right? Again, you're in control of when this happens. Against Dragon, it's nice because they usually don't have a big board, and they're playing Storm Followers, so this hurts them a lot. It's a very meta dependent card. It's good against Haven. It's good against it's good against mid-range decks and slow decks. Bad against aggro decks. Very good against Rune, like Chimera Rune. They can't play the Chimera anymore. Well, did the fanfare still go off? The fanfare actually probably still goes off. He'll probably still die. Yeah, he still die. He'll die. Yeah, there's a lot of cards to go over. And I'm spending a lot of time on some ones that I don't really need to spend much time on. Okay, we'll give it a review. This card. The question mark out of 10. Unlimited, it's doesn't really work because it's aggro and shit. Give it like a 2. Take 2. It's bad unless you have board clears attached to it, so like a 3. Yeah, it's true. You can proto Bahamut, clear board, stuff like that. It doesn't work with Odile because it transforms Odile to a zombie. Alright, Fiendish Wraith Knight. Replay point 2-1. Fanfare, gain last words, summon a Fiendish Wraith Knight. Fanfare, enhance 5, gain last words, deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower. That's weird. So the reason it has Fanfare do this is because when you resurrect it, it won't have that effect. Oh, and when it comes back, obviously it won't have the effect because it's just strange they use it as a Fanfare instead of just last words and summon a different token or something. Won't evolve your Odile zombie. This is a zombie and it's not Odile anymore. Yeah, it's not infinite. It's not a Mord. Just a 3.21 with summon a 2/1 is fine. It's just fine. You get 2 shadows out of it. I don't think it's that good. The stats are kind of bad. It does get, like with Arcris, it does make 3 ghosts and gives you a 2/1. Sometimes you just want to have room for more ghosts on the board. The enhance ability, I'd rather it just be a Fanfare deal 3 damage. Is that like being last word is kind of bad. Orc is okay, yeah, because you have a target for Orcus. And having sticky followers for Shadowcraft is okay. You don't have Ector anymore, so it's not as good. This would be good with Ector, but you know, yeah, it would be nice if they had that. Give it a 6 out of 10. Unlimited. I think you have way better options. Take 2. It's not very impactful as a gold card. Diagon Warden, 4 point 2/3. Fanfare, barrel right, destroy a random enemy follower. Hooray! We have a better, crappier version than of Necro Assassin. I'd say it's crappier because Necro Assassin lets you activate last words and shit, but this doesn't need a card on board. Essentially turns any of your followers into a 0-cost random kill spell. And random kill spell is good because it gets through ambush and untargetable stuff. Barrel right is you choose a follower in your hand, and then you destroy it. It loses all of its abilities, so you don't have last word anymore. But it counts as dying, so later in the game you can resurrect it. I think it's fairly good. Stats, like, I wish it was just a 3/3. I see why the stats aren't that good, but I mean, destroying random enemy follower for pretty cheap cost is fine. And Shadow has a bunch of draw, so losing a card isn't that bad. It doesn't get last word off barrel rate. Yeah. It's a good card for burying a Mordecai. 8 out of 10 for Station. Unlimited actually might see play in Reanimator Shadow. It actually might. The other reanimated cards draw you a card, which is good. But this kills something. And it's like a random enemy follower, so it's good against like things that you can't attack. and like the ninjas or Forte or something. Yeah, it's actually very solid. Give it 7 for limited. Take 2, very good. Yeah, I think he's good. Just the stats are too fair, I think. Soul conversion's back. Give me them bronze cards that are amazing. Soul conversion. Ends across the board. Not much to say about it. Draws you 2 cards for 1. Activates last words. Lets you do more damage with Arcus Ghosts. Super good. I don't know why they set a bronze in front of a silver, but whatever. Fran Monster Girl, 3 play point 0/1. Fanfare choose, put either Friend's Attendant or Friend's Curse in your hand. In hand 7, you get both of them. She's a 0/1, but it makes sense because the Attendant is a 0 cost 3/2 with Fanfare Necromancy 6, gain +2/+0 and Rush. And the curses deal 4 damage to an allied follower and allied enemy. So this is pretty good overall. If you don't need to kill something, you get a 3/2 and a 1/0. So essentially an extra shadows, which is nice. With a regular statted body. Fran's Curse. You can either target Fran, or you can target one of your followers with the last word that you want to kill. So you have that flexibility. And like you just hold on to the curse if you want. You don't have a target. I think, yeah, this card's fairly good. I'd give her an 8 rotation. Unlimited, she's fine. And just like 4 damage for 3 play points is like the average for removal on 3 play points. But I think you'd rather just have like Necro stat, like Lurching Corpse and stuff. Maybe for like she's also bad in Nep. Nep is usually the deck that runs a lot of removal. I think I just give her like a 6. Wounded. Take 2, very good. I'd like to see this card a lot. Eight, 8, and a 6 unlimited. Alright. This is like a marathon, guys. So many cards. Lady Grey. You play 0.13 with Drain, and her Evolve is Reanimate 2. She evolves into regular Evolve stats, which is like really good. Really good. So yeah, Shadow finally has a good Evolve card. This is why cards like Barrier are decent. You could just have a 2/2 body that if it dies, you get another 2/2 from evolving this. And then you have more play points to spend on on like more 2/2s on that turn. And has Drain, which is good against aggro. Obviously if it had Bane it'd be like Lean Tier. It's not a Fleeing Tier card. It's a very good card. Station. Giving it a 9. Unlimited. Fine. Not for Reanimator though. Reanimator doesn't want this because it wants to spend its Evolve and Star one. You want to reanimate a 10 cost card, not a 2 cost card. Mid range could play it. Yeah, mid range would like to play it. And Nep could play it if they want. And take 2. It's win you the early game like pretty easily. And in silver. Finally, a good Shadowcraft card. and just a pretty low impact, like high impact in the early game, low impact late game. Melancholic medium, 5 play point 4/4, accelerate, summon a ghost, fanfare, summon a ghost. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like a 4. Take 2, it's fine. Like a 5. Get a ghost. Like a ping. I mean, it's like getting a puppet, but you don't get to really save the puppet. You must use it immediately. Melts can go face. 1 damage. Yeah. Not great. Accelerate is you can play the card as a spell for its accelerate cost, instead of playing the card normally. Terran is a 2 play point 2/2 with Necromancy 6. Remove all effects from enemy follower except changes to its attack or defense. The silence effect for 6 Necromancy, which is a lot. It is a fighter, which is fine. 6 Necromancy is way too much. Way too much for this effect. Be like just played regularly. He does combo with Fairy. You're going for the OTK route because you can use it to remove ward. So maybe you want to run it just for that. Otherwise, 6 Necromancy is too much. Would like to see a lower cost on that, but yeah, again, he's a 2 play point 2/2, which is fine. Give him a 6. Unlimited, this kind of effect, he don't really need it. So it is a new interest, it's like a new effect into the game. I haven't really seen it much. I don't think you really need it for unlimited shadow. Take 2, just a fighter with upside, so it's like 7. Golden Casket. If you have at least 5 play points to choose, play this card as either Profane Resurrection or Fabled Treasure. When allied follower is destroyed, destroy this amulet. Summon a zombie. Last word, summon a zombie. 2 play points for a delayed 2/2. Yay. Resurrection is 5 play point amulet. Whenever an allied follower is destroyed, destroy this amulet. Last word, summon a lich and a zombie. So you get a 4/4 and a 2/2. That's fine. Fabled Treasure. 5 play point. When an allied follower is destroyed, destroy this amulet. Last words, draw 2 cards, restore 2 defense to your leader, gain 2 shadows. Why though? Alright. Giving it a thing. 4. You know what? It's like probably like a 3 station. Like a 4. It's like below average take 2 actually. To draw 2 cards for 5 play points isn't that bad. And then like a lich and a zombie is fine. You know what? I'm gonna give it 5. A lich and a zombie is fine. Thing is, you have to like trade something on the same turn you play this, or you can just wait for your opponent to have to kill something, which is kind of nice. It dodges board clears, but your opponent can play around it by just not killing anything.